So I want to make a video about Surging Sparks specifically. A lot of the Pokemon YouTuber investors, they make their tier lists and things and what to invest in right now. And a lot of them that I follow at least say, Surging Sparks' time is going to come. It's slept on. It's still cheap. Like this is the time to buy it. And yeah, for 250 compared to like the other boxes, like Journey Together and heck, even Stellar Crown's worth more than Surging Sparks. Like it makes sense. Like this is way better than those. You should obviously buy this instead. And I agree. I think you should buy this, and its time will come. And the question is just when. A lot of people are just trying to make money now, so they're not really paying attention to Surging Sparks, and that could be halting it. Also, the vending machine restocks and stuff. It's like the only booster box that is basically getting in those things the past year now. So you look at Pokédata, and you see the card list, and this is just an example of like how much restock and reprint this set got compared to other things that you have only 10 cards. Yeah, that's $19. So only 10 cards going over $20 versus Shrouded Fable. Gold Energy for 63, but you have 5, 10, 15 cards over $20. You know what I mean? And 2 of them are Gold Energies. That just goes to show like what significant printing and restocks can do for a set. It's just crazy that there's more $20 plus cards in Shrouded Fable than there is Surging Sparks. And some of these are nice, but you know what I mean? Just a better set overall. And if I was to invest in this, which I was considering, and I'm still considering with like my next big purchase, I would buy a Surging Sparks booster box case. And I know it's a higher price point to get in. Obviously, you got to shell out $2,000 basically after tax and shipping to get a booster box case. But I just feel like from an investment perspective, this will be a better performer over time just because of the case premium. You only got 29 listings for the case. You got the individual booster box, and I'm not saying don't buy an individual booster box. I think it's nice to have one for your collection, throw an acrylic, you know what I mean? See how that performs over time. But you got 134 listings about on TCG Player minus some, Korean ones. And then you go over to eBay. 1,800 plus results for Surging Sparks booster box. And yeah, you know what I mean? And this is what the restock did is a lot of people just got these one-off sales or just like one or two in their inventory that they're holding on to. And they're, that's why there's so many listings for it. And what I've noticed with the cases is you get that premium. Like Ascended Heroes, the ETB case is like almost $2,000 versus just the regular ETBs going for like 150. So you're paying like a $50 per ETB premium, which is crazy. But it's because the cases are just harder to come by. Everyone's realizing, let's gobble these up before going into the regular ETBs. And that's not saying it's a bad idea to get like an individual ETB as well, but the cases are just, I just feel like that seems like been the move recently. And I know that's always been, a lot of the bigger guys have always been getting cases of everything, booster boxes, ETBs, you name it. Just lately, like, DJ's Poke Center a little bit on the newer side, but he's big on getting cases right now, not just for wheeling and dealing for his business, but also holding on to. Is just because there's just this premium. It's so much easier. It's like you don't have to try and sell these individual boxes for 80%, which is like very common. I think is just if you have a bunch of individual boxes, it'll be harder to sell at market price. A lot of people are going to offer 80, 90% versus a case. Like that's a premium product. You'll have no problem selling it at 90+% market value in the future, just because, hey, you want this? Like this is a premium product. I'm not going to do it for 80%. That makes no sense. And people will buy that because they got more money. They got the big boy money, and they will go fine. 90%, no problem. Just my thoughts and opinions. It's all subjective. But also, what's nice about cases is, you look at the listings and it's just like, you don't have to worry about like loose wrapping and things like collectors, specifically like will be like, oh, is there like any like wear or tear on this? Or like, the top or bottom of the box, maybe like this part's like, someone might be like, oh, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like I'll offer you 230 instead of 250 kind of thing. You know what I mean? You get a case. It's like, look, you want to see what's inside the case? You got to pay for it. You don't have to worry about any of these issues because you're not going to sell it unless they pay for it. So they can't open the case unless they pay for it. Just my opinion. I think cases are the move. I got Paldeaval booster box case coming in the mail. I just got my Prismatic Evolutions ETB case from last week. So, you know what I mean? It's just easier to store away. Obviously, I like having my, ETB collection still. Not as big as it was because I offloaded a bunch of, the smaller performing ones, and I got a little bit of flack, in the comment section of me selling a bunch of my ETBs, calling me a scalper and things like that. The common things people will leave comments for. But I still got all my Pokemon Center ETBs. I haven't sold a single one. And then I still got my XY Fates Collide ETB. That's like more of like a big collection grail piece for me personally. Not something that I think is going to move the needle in the near future. But yeah, just, I think Surging Sparks time will come. It's just weird that it's just been the only thing that's getting like booster box restocks and vending machines and things like that. And it's, we got Destined Rivals ETB reprints coming this summer. Still no word on booster boxes. And I just feel like no other set besides Surging Sparks has been like coming out in the wild in like a vending machine or something. And maybe people that go to vending machines, camp out at them and stuff, maybe they can rebuttal me with that and say, I've seen some Phantasmal boxes or something else in there. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen anyone really talking about it. It's really just, the only thing I see in it, the listings show it. It's just crazy the number of listings for Surging Sparks specifically. I mean, again, I think its time will come. I mean, my recommendation, not financial advice or anything like that, but I mean, I would preferably go for the booster box case. I think it'll fetch a good premium in the future. I think it'll move up quicker or more efficiently than the individual booster box, just with the amount of listings of the individual one. Again, it's a higher price point to get a case, but I mean, if you got the money to do it, I mean, doesn't sound like a bad idea. And I think I will eventually get one. Just I'm saving up a little bit of money, and the 30th anniversary is right around the corner. At this point, we got what, May, June, July, August, and then it's like four-ish months. That's like enough time to save up enough funds to get like maybe 2 to 3 ETB cases, because like other Pokemon YouTubers have said too, is just, you saw Ascended Heroes, $12.50 right out the gate for a case. Older sets too, like I don't have ones I can name up off the rip right now, but I mean, even I think Destined Rivals ETB cases were like $850 to $900, like right out the gate. Now they're pushing $2,200. It's just, sometimes for the cases, you should just buy them right off the rip, because they're going to do nothing but go up. And if they go down a little bit, at the end of the day, it's maybe $200 to $300. It's not life-killing money for you. You know what I mean? You're losing maybe a couple tanks of gas at that point in today's market. So just my thoughts. Surging Sparks time will come. Just kind of one of those things where you just got to be patient. But yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Surging Sparks will make a run soon? I mean, it's in the next block going out of rotation, so it's got that going for it. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any more coming out, but who knows at this point. But leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you in the next one.